What's up guys, you've got the Oracle there and we are back for round 2. I kept this hand on the play, which is fine but a little bit unexciting. I have 4 lands, 2 spells that I can cast, and Unknown Shore can provide me with either black or blue if needed, so it's fine. It's not the... Yeah, again, it's not the most exciting hand I ever seen, but it's not the worst either, it's quite medium. Bursting Hulk is fine. It seems like I'm drawing those 2, 6, and 7 drop each and every game. That's quite crazy. Like, it's not like my deck has an extremely high curve. I have like 3, 5 drop and then those 2 and nothing else, but I keep drawing those, which is sometimes fine, but most of the time not great. Guess we could get Reproach or Glare there, but there's not much I can do. And no, we did 3. We dealt 3. Drawing a Waste was fine given the 6 and 7 drop, but not really the land I needed, as the opponent seems to be missing land there. Alright, not a very good news for them. I drew black, which again is my splash, but so far it just felt like I wasn't playing blue, which is rather weird. And now the opponent is quite in trouble because that's a 2-turn clock. Yeah, I think if my opponent just misses one more land drop, it's gonna be game over, but it seems not. So interesting things will most likely happen. A Sightmaster, alright. Kinda wanna keep that around. Could play it though. So if I attack with both, we trade there, I would assume. If I attack with that, I don't really know what happens. I think I'll only attack with the pop. If we're trading, it's fine. If he takes the damage, it is fine. I don't really want to trade my Brood Hunter Worm for a Sightmaster though. I think I'll play the Cascade and pass the turn. Just because I really want to curve this into that, so yeah, I don't really want to miss on my on a potential 7 or 6 land drop. Untapped land drop to say the least. Aeronaut is fine, I do not care about that at all. If my opponents attack, it's fine too. I drew a Cultivator Drone, alright. Well, I guess now I think I'm attacking with both. If we see a double trade, it's fine. My opponent should maybe worry about a potential what's the name of that thing? Lead by the example, because that would destroy him now. Him or her, I guess. The thing is, given my opponent might not be able to play around many things, but given what happened in this game, that being said, the block he or she made was potentially very dangerous, because lead by the example is a command that you often see in green deck, obviously, and that would probably mean game over. So, yeah, or that was interesting to say the least. I guess we could see an isolation zone there on the worm, which would be annoying but beatable. Allied reinforcement is not really something it doesn't change much. I guess it provides my opponent with blockers, but I don't care about that too much. It also means that my opponent most likely does not have a removal for those, because using a Smite the Monstrous or a Isolation Zone instead of casting that would be much better. So I will assume that my Bursting Hulk and my Gorger are gonna leave and be able to beat down during the next turn. Sylvan Advocate was not a bad draw either. That's a very solid creature. Alright, so playing fatties and more fatties. Honestly, my deck is not so fat. I'm drawing those each and every game, as I mentioned. That's I will not complain, but yeah, there is that. Bursting all could be very annoying to my opponent, because now they pretty much have to chump it each turn, and unless they have an isolation zone or they are splashing for Oblivion Strike, it's gonna be unbeatable. But I guess it's gonna be game there. But you know, missing I think one or two land drop was pretty bad for them. Yeah, not too much they could have done. Given what I've seen, I don't think there's any reason to side in the Mantis over a Brood Hunter as I did. I did not see any targets for Natural State. Siding in black card is not great because I'm splashing black. The Sphinx doesn't look better than anything. I don't see anything that I want to counter that costs a lot. I don't know. I don't think there's anything I want to change for now, so I'll keep the deck the way it is. And as you can see, this is a blue-green deck. But honestly, so far, it just felt like a green-black deck. This hand is, again, rather slow, but I think I'll keep it. I have a good 4-drop. I can cast a lot of things with this hand. I think I'll wait on that. I could use that on turn 3 to not get hit by a potential 2-drop that my opponent could play there. They did not do so. Well, I'm definitely playing the Cascade now. Alright, well, my draws were not bad. A good 3 and 4 drop cannot hurt. As the opponent is having a very slow start. Alright. I guess I'm not I'm not fast either, but yeah, I would have expected my opponent to be a bit more aggressive. Allied reinforcement, alright. Sure. Well, I guess I'll play the worm. Hopefully I will not draw many more lands though, because that could end up being bad. I guess we'll see. If my opponent play a Malakir Soothsayer next turn, whew, that's gonna be very bad news, because I'm not playing many removals, and I don't have the black for the Oblivion Strike or the Oblivion Strike itself, so I think a Soothsayer would probably draw 2 or 3 cards to my opponent. So yeah, that's the card I'm fearing the most there, I think. A Chain Mage is fine though, it's like, sure. Alright, as I mentioned, hopefully I will not draw many more lands though, because it's starting to be a bit annoying. I guess the Cyclone Sire means more land is not too bad. That being said, I don't like that match. I guess it's 7 land, so it's not the end of the world. But 7 land plus 5 spell, including one that produces mana, not the best ratio. And now it really feels like I'm playing a blue deck, though, with all those islands and blue spells. So at least there is that. I guess we could see an Isolation Zone or a Oblivion Strike on the Cyclone Sire, maybe. Red, alright, so my opponent is playing a 3-color deck. A Resolute Blade Master, alright. Okay, sure. Well, that's definitely annoying, especially if it's followed up by more allies. The question is, I certainly want to block one thing. The question is, do I want to double block here? Or make a simple block there? I could get blown back by Little Monster Focus if I double block here. Don't really want to take many more damages from that if my opponent can have access to double strike though. But I think that blocking here is just safer. Because Little Monster Focus would really wreck me bad. Okay, well, Searing Light. Alright, so I'm very happy that I did not double block. That would have been very bad for me. There was actually 2 spells that would get me there. I don't think there's anything else than Searing Light and Little Monster Focus though. Anyway, I'll go down to 12. And I hope my opponent doesn't have many more allies. Because that'd be bad, obviously. Can I afford to attack with my things there? Kinda want to do so. The issue is that if my opponent has another ally, I have to trade those and take 12 next turn. Yeah, so actually I cannot afford to attack with both of my creatures. I'll keep the Cyclone Sire in defense. As the opponent is not doing anything there, not sure why. Because, I mean, since they are tapped out in second main phase, I would assume there's nothing else to do than f6, and then I drew an 8 land. Well, that's not great. I guess I could have attacked before playing my Gorger, but I don't think it's gonna matter. I don't think there's any chance that my opponent will, you know, chump the Brood Hunter Worm with the Master. And yeah, that card is annoying, but there's not much I can do. And I would most likely have to trade my Gorger for the Cutthroat. Is it a Cutthroat? I don't think so. It's a Chain Mage, never mind. I'm really happy that I did not double block last turn. That would have been extremely bad for me. Alright, well, that's annoying. At least double strike doesn't do anything for my opponent, but yeah. Well, that draw is gonna be very hard to beat. Let me think, actually. If I go to 4 and eat those 2, then I'll have 3 creatures. My opponent will have 4, and I think I'd rather do that, actually. Alright. I do die to a pump spell, but I think at this point I cannot afford to play around those. I guess I'll make this a land. The issue is that yes, if I cannot apply pressure, I will just die to the Chain Mage in 2 turns, but I don't think that blocking otherwise... Whoa, really? Well, that's really a lot of land. Don't think that many spells could have saved me at that point, but still. Yeah, let's attack with the worm. I have to apply pressure, otherwise I die. I think I would just lose because of the Chain Mage, but yeah. Honestly, there's not much I could have done this game. I've been drawing a lot of lands, and the opponent draw was quite spectacular, but I think I've played it the best I could. I mean, I did not have many choices. The only thing that could have gone wrong is the double block on the Chain Mage a few turns earlier. Yeah, I basically drew 5 spells and 9 lands. Yeah. Yeah, into a very good draw from my opponent. So, well, I think it's actually good news if my opponent attacks there, unless I'm mistaken. I mean, because I can finally deal with that crap. Alright. Don't mind making all of those trades. Weird. This could represent... I mean, even if my opponent does have the +1/+0 indestructible, well, then I can win if I find a way to bounce the Sky Spawn, the last blocker. I don't think it's likely to happen. I would assume that we're seeing make a stand there. No. An Inspired Charge. Well, that card is very bad. I guess it's gonna be decent just right now, but my opponent could still lose to a decent amount of things. Sky Spawner is not gonna save me though. Let me think for a few seconds. So if I attack, they have to block, so this dies. Then I play the Sky Spawner. I guess I mean, technically I'm dead. I'm extremely dead if the opponent draws an ally, and I'm dead. I'm also dead if they don't draw, but I'll still play that. And I have two cards in hand, so the opponent might not attack, or they might just not see the kill. That's extremely unlikely, but you might as well try to play this game out. I lose nothing by. I mean, I reveal Sky Spawner, but that doesn't change much. But the opponent did attack with everything. That's unfortunate. I wasn't. Yeah, despite drawing 9 land and 6 spells, I almost won there. But yeah, there's nothing else I could have done, honestly. And not attacking would not have changed anything, because if I didn't attack, my opponent would have one more creature, so I was losing pretty much anyway. Had I drawn the Sky Spawner earlier, maybe it would have been better. I don't really know. Alright, well, I guess I'll keep my deck the way it is. And hopefully we'll draw a bit less land and a bit more spell. Without being mana screwed though. Like in game 1 of match 1. Alright, I think I definitely want to play first in this matchup and in general. And that hand is definitely a keep. It's a very solid keep. As my opponent mold to 6. And put a card on the bottom. Alright, well, overall I would call that good news. And honestly, if I don't draw my lands with that anticipate, that'd be extremely sad. Well, blinding drone is not bad. I think I'll play that before I play anticipate. Kinda wanna eat my third land drop though. Right. Ooh. Well, that was a very, very sweet draw. Probably one of the best thing I could have gotten. There's no removal from the opponent. Alright. Blinding drone and non-shore. Alright, well, that game is shaping up very well so far, which I can really appreciate. Might see an Ellider. Okay, Mackindy Patrol, sure. I think I will anticipate now to try to eat my land drop. I'm not too thrilled about taking a land of... Well, I will not have the choice. Never mind. Guess I'll take Cultivated Drone. Yeah. I'm not very lucky these days. I don't know. It feels like if you keep 2 lands and an anticipate, you will most likely eat your land drops. Oh well. Not much I can do about that. Alright, well, that could be threatening. Guess I'll tap it. No reason not to. Sorry about that. Alright, well, I drew a land. Great. So my opponent seems to be playing white, black, splashing for green and red. That's ambitious. A step glider, alright. Sure. I guess I'll tap that. I'm rather worried about that thing though. Alright, Sky Spawner is not bad. It's not good either. I mean, it's kinda medium. I guess I could have cast it off the Cultivated Drone, but I don't see what I would gain by doing that. The issue here is that I have to deal with the auxiliary, but I also have to deal with the step glider. And that's pretty annoying. If my opponent chooses to attack there, I will definitely double block. Nothing bad can happen. Okay, I drew an Oblivion Strike. Alright, that's definitely a good news. So first thing first, let's attack with the Sky Spawner and see what happens. 2 damages, I would assume. I think I'll kill the glider first. Alright, alright. Drawing a removal was really sweet. Because, yeah, like, both of the creatures are quite annoying. So I pretty much needed a removal there. Guess this will get pumped. Which is fine, you know. Kinda need to kill it before... What happened? Apparently my opponent messed up the trigger and did not click on its own creature. Oh, 2 other, never mind. I've been living a lie. I mean, I've been playing this set for 2 or 3 months, I think. And it's the first time that I realized that this cannot boost itself. Jeez. But I mean, all support cards can only boost other creatures, so I guess it makes sense. Whoa, that's a revelation though. Well, I did not draw land, but I did draw a spatial contortion. Should I try to kill that right now? I think my opponent is likely to have some sort of pump spell. I think I'll still try to kill it now, because if it does die, I can attack with my team. Let's just think for a second. No, there's nothing I can cast if I don't kill it, so... Yup, let's see what happens. Yeah, I was sure that this could target itself. But you know, support is not doing that. Okay, Mighty Leap. Well, now... Actually, I don't... Sure. Honestly, I don't mind trading either of my creatures for that thing. So if he wants to block, that's fine. It will be a 2 for 2. Yeah, it's completely fine with me. Alright. I might see a trade unless my opponent does have another pump spell, which, you know, would be fine too. Alright, it seems like something else happening. He could also bounce it back to his hand using the encampment. Well, sure. Sure. I don't care too much about that. Yeah, alright. That's completely fine. Alright, something threatening might happen. Oh, I would assume it's the Blade Master. Which, you know, given what my opponents have access to, is not too threatening currently. Yup, pretty much as expected. Do I want to sacrifice? No, no. I guess I can just chump block if I really don't want to take the damages from that thing. Okay, sure. I guess I'll take the 4 damages. No problem. Drawing those land is an issue though. I think I just want to cast Seed Guardian and pass the turn. I could attack with Cultivated Drone, but I think I might want to block actually, and I don't know, I kinda wanna use the Blinding Drone without sacrificing my token. Just need to kill that basically, which I could have done, because I had the 5 mana. But again, not too thrilled about sacrificing that. It just feels like playing the Seed Guardian is better. This is not an ally, by the way. And now I'm definitely killing that ASAP. So I guess I'll tap these. It's probably... no, it's quite stupid since I'm likely to kill it. Alright, well... no land is no land. I think I really want to kill that though, before it just boosts those. So... yup. Not my favorite thing to do again, but... don't really want to see those being pumped to bigger creatures. Also, this is -5, so I don't think there's any trick that could save my opponent's creature. I guess you could use Allied Encampment, actually. Yeah, that was stupid. What I just did was extremely stupid. That was dumb. There was no reason to make that play. That was just... I use a removal for no reason. Yeah, I completely... honestly, I forgot about the encampment. That was just stupid. Now I give my opponent the Resolute Playmaster trigger too. Yeah, that was not good at all. I'll definitely block there though, because I'll get a 3/3 out of the deal, and I'd rather deal with that before it gets bigger. Alright. What a weird play that I did on the tree speaker. That made no sense. Alright, anyway, after this magnificent fail, I guess I'll swing with that. I'll play my Path Warden before I play my Cyclone Sire. And the opponent is under quite a lot of pressure actually right now. So should not end up losing that, hopefully. I mean that's still, I mean the Demon Grasp play was still awful. Not sure what went through my mind when I chose to do that. I mean, it's just that I forgot about the Allied Encampment more than anything else. Alright, Sulaport Chain Mage, sure. I do not care about that at all. If he attacks with that, I'll take 4 and be happy with that. Yeah, I think this makes more sense than tapping anything else. Guess I'll attack with both creatures there. And play my Cyclone Sire afterwards, which is likely to be lethal, because I would assume that the opponent is taking the 8 damages there. Alright, pretty much what was expected. And that should be a win. Barring some weird things. Like a Wrath of God. Like, even a Wrath of God would not save my opponent given the Cyclone Sire token. Sure. Well, that can save my opponent, but I don't think my opponent can really afford to attack either. Because this is 4/8. I'll still tap that though. If he wants to use the cohort, that's completely fine. No attacks, alright. Pretty much, again, pretty much what I would expect. So I'll definitely swing with those. Yup, I think I'll go for the kill there. I don't think it's likely that there's a lot of things that would go wrong if I do that. Because my opponent is dead to the flyer and dead to my ground creatures, because they need to block that, and if they block that, this will deal at least 2 trample damages, so yeah. I don't think there's a way out for the opponent. Like even like a remove. I guess something that could do it is dazing reflection on the password and going back to 7. Yeah, that would do it. But dazing reflection is a fairly bad card that I did not see in any other game in this match. Oh, we might see it though. Alright. Well, that's not gonna save my opponent unless I've made some weird calculations. Which I don't think I did. Cause, yes. Yeah, the opponent is still dead here. Or maybe I'm bad at math. Yeah, alright. So you go down to 0, I would assume. Alright, so that's gonna be game and match. Still a bit annoyed by the Demon Grass play, which it was not awful, but it was not good either. It was really mediocre. Anyway, we managed to win. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to leave a like or subscribe, and I see you guys in a few seconds for the finals.